going to talk about our friends at Manscaped because they always come through for us. And I will say this, man, for those that listen to us, when we said, man, you don't want your jack-o'-lanterns looking real scary. You want to make sure they're smooth with no hair on them. I'm sure that they had a great time last night on Halloween because they were aerodynamic. I know for me, I ain't have a lot of sweat going on. I was smooth and ready to go, baby, like a ninja supposed to be, because that's what I dressed up as, being my little man. All right. But with that being said, man, shout out to Manscaped and their awesome products, as we talk about always, the Lawnmower 4.0, but their performance package, more importantly, is what I want to talk about today, because it's wintertime. It's wintertime. You need more than just the lawnmower, because the lawnmower is dope, but sometimes you gotta get the nostril hairs.
Right.
When the last time you shaved nostril hair? Well, the trimmers are actually in that 4.0 package. We talk about how when it gets a little warmer, you got to put more clothes on. Well, with more clothes, you might sweat a little more. Well, Deke, that's what the Crop Reviver is for. And don't forget the ball refresher, too. Because
right.
You got to have them refreshed, and they got to be revived. And then that way they can go out there for the people and have a little fun with the people. So with that being said, make sure y'all check them out. But as we always do when we're talking about any group, we talk about promo codes. And the promo code is MOATS. You use that promo code, 20% off your purchase, along with free shipping worldwide. Once again, Deke, free shipping worldwide. Does it get any better than that?
Hell of a deal.
Can't go wrong right there, ladies and gentlemen. So it's simple. Manscaped.
Brandon Boatman. The fake field goal, I see everyone saying they don't like it, but I feel like if it was a play where it converts, everyone loves it. What do you say, guys?
2018 Denver Broncos on the road. Chris Boswell completes the touchdown pass to Alejandro Villanueva. I don't think anybody said a negative thing about it. I know you don't, but your premise is different, though, because you just don't like fakes without it being your quarterback. You want like your offense out there.
Fourth down,
go for it. Right.
If you're going to do that, yeah. I'd rather just have our offense out there. Right. And I think it was only like 5 yards, right?
Which one?
For that one. Wasn't it like fourth and five? So
Yeah, for this one it was fourth.
Go for it then.
It's 4th and 9. Yeah, but that's just your premise, though, which is fine. What we're talking about is like for the people that will applaud that play because it worked, but then will go extra crazy and overreact to this one because it didn't. It's like, hey, man, I get it. But to me, I like the surprise element, because I look at that 4th and 9 and I say, if you put the offense out there, this game we're talking about.
Was it 4th and 9?
It was 4th and 9.
Okay, it wasn't 4th and 5.
Yeah, so if you put that offense out there this game, 4th and 9, and go for it, I don't feel as confident. But I did like the element of surprise going forward. Now, I will say this, and if you look at the tape on it, it shows they tried to, and Coach Thomas said it as well in the press conference about them catching. They had a little read on it. So this is the thing that happened. The first field goal attempt that the Steelers did, Gentry was on one side, Pat was on one side, and the Browns secondary reacted differently. When they ran the fake, they put Pat and Gentry on the same side, and you look pre-snap, and you will see on tape, I think it's number 4, Wilson. He's calling guys over like, yo, this isn't right. This doesn't look right. So now when they snap the ball, all those guys are already got attention over there. And even still, if Boz releases it a little, like if he releases it early, he has Pat one-on-one in the flat if he wanted to go there. And he also has, now the Gentry throw would have been harder, but he does have Pat. It was just like, he didn't think it was open. And this is the thing, if you're not a quarterback, that's not open to you because you want separation. But in the NFL, we know what's open in the NFL. This, put it on that hand. So they were open, but it wasn't NFL open. And for Boz, after you don't do it, when you start pumping, I mean, it's the NFL, man. You got that ball in your hand, you might as well be holding the dynamite, and everybody's like, hey, that's the guy we got to go kill. The longer you hold it, that's what's going to happen. And I did like the fact, I don't like the fact my dog got hurt. I like the fact that he made light of it afterwards. But I did see my man Chris Long. Shout out to Chris Long. He's played with the Eagles, played with the Patriots, I think it was, out of UVA. He said on his tweet, he said, man, this is what it would look like for everybody that's out here to talk about they could play the game. Everybody that think they can come on here. Oh, I could see that throw. Even I knew he was over. Even I could make that throw. For everybody that says that, for everybody that's thought that, look at how Boz looked. And you'll probably look worse than that. 100%. That's just the reality of it. I love that. I hate it had to be my dog Boz, but I loved it. And it also was my chance to be like, I tell you, kickers don't matter unless you're kicking it for 50 plus. So if you're not kicking for 50 plus, that's what happens to you. I don't care about you. But I like Boz. Boz is my friend. So I'm glad that Boz is recovering.
Well, since it was 4th and 9, just on that play in general, I don't care what the distance is. I just wanted us to take the points. I just wanted the 3.
It is funny though how we get conservative there, and that's what we weren't conservative.
It was 4th and 9. I mean, 4th and 1 maybe is a different story, but
I'm just
I
saying,
thought it was just, hey, we're taking these points.
I just liked it because
I went into the kitchen to grab some food.
I wanted to be aggressive. I'm like, man, if you're gonna go for it. And I did like the fact they said, you know, we're gonna go for it. Because at the time it wasn't as if our offense was lighting it up, right? We had a successful drive, but we know, neither one of these offenses had a ton of positivity going on out there, right? So to me, I looked at it as, man, you got a chance to, number one, put a legit stamp on a drive that was actually successful. You also got a chance to make Cleveland have to play from behind, which we felt like, hey, if we can get them behind, they can't run the ball as much. And we know if they can't run the ball as much, how that's going to affect them. So I looked at all of those, and I also like the element of surprise. And if you get the same look as the first field goal, it works just fine. Good job on Cleveland, though, reacting and actually identifying. That means they did their homework. Most of the time, the special team people, they don't do homework. Most of the time, it's like, oh, it's just another play. Like you said, you walk to the kitchen, right? A lot of players. It's a lot of players out here. They don't detail their work. They'll be like, oh, man, it's always going to be the same guys. They're always going to do the exact same thing. But Cleveland, they didn't do that. And that's a testament to them and their coach staff. You tip your cap to them for that. But you look and they were, no, man, this don't look right. These two guys have never been lined up together right here. Why are they doing it right now? If they're not doing their homework to even know that, then that's how you catch them off guard. And that's how that play becomes a touchdown like it was in Denver.
What audible power does Boswell have? Harvin? Would it be maybe the center? Any of these guys to say, hey, these guys are catching on? Because I think McAfee, did he mention something about that with Polamalu?
McAfee did, but that was night and day. McAfee's reign and what he was able to do. Because you got to think, Indianapolis with McAfee, they ran way more fakes. It was a lot of fakes they did. And they actually had a ton of bad plays because they didn't necessarily have that all switch. And if you hear McAfee, it wasn't even like a legit call off. It was just like, yo, he simply was like, yo, we are not running it. Stop it. If you're Boz, you got to essentially say, oh, I'm going to look at this coverage and say, oh, they've figured out the coverage. All right, guys, don't do it. Like, that's asking a lot for him. And because we don't run it like that. We're not a team that does a ton of special teams fakes. You know what I mean? So that to me was the other part of it. It was just a good play by Cleveland. I just thought, like, for them, they just did a good job of actually doing homework, knowing what they were supposed to see. And when they saw something different, don't keep it a secret. Tell somebody, yo, these two guys have never been here together. This don't look right. Somebody, come on, help me. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah, bro. Walk in the kitchen. Yeah. We got our 3 points. Mm-hmm. Walk back in, see balls get drilled. I'm dropping F-bombs left and right. Like, what the hell's going on?
He got fired on. God, he got fired on.
I get what you're saying about going ahead, putting your stamp on them. I just thought we could do that after half because we were getting the ball. And I did like how we were moving it in the first half. So go up 6-3. We get the ball at half and then get another nice drive going, either get the touchdown there or get another field goal, go up 9-3. Because it was like this little like low scoring game that we had going on. I thought the points were more valuable. That's my thing.
For me, either way, I'm not a person that's going to fault the call because it didn't work. And I think that's kind of like where I stand on that. You know what I mean? Because like, I do feel like the people that have taken the biggest issue have been mainly because it didn't work. And then from there, they just keep going and going. It's like, that's not the case. I mean, shoot, you're going to have players that don't work. Would it have been different if you put Ben out there and it didn't work? No, it still was going to have the same.
I'd be better with that, though. That's my thing. I'd be still pissed. Like, why aren't we kicking the field goal, though?
But we understand that's just your basis of, like, you don't like the special teams part doing that. Whereas for me, I say element of surprise is huge there. Because I don't necessarily feel confident that 4th and 9 with their defense knowing we're going for it, that we're going to be successful like that. Whereas the element of surprise, I felt like, we had a legit chance there.
But do you get what I'm saying? I'd be pissed if we were going for it, though, on 4th and 9. I'd be just, come on, get the points. Get the points.
I get it.